Hello, friends. 10th November, 2025 at 6:45 in the evening, a Hyundai i20 left the Suneri Masjid parking lot near Delhi's Red Fort. The car took a U-turn near the Red Fort and was on the road in front of the monument. By 6:52 p.m., it had traveled slowly and had stopped at a red light close to Delhi's Lal Killa metro station's Gate 1. A few seconds later, there was a blast. This was a big blast. It set fire to at least 6 cars and 3 auto rickshaws nearby. The street lights nearby went out, and the glass at the metro's entry gate shattered. So did the glasses of the vehicles quite far from the blast. While the vehicles near the blast were blown apart, their pieces flying up to 150 meters. As chance would have it, at the time of the blast, 2 people were filming this area, so we could get 2 real videos of this blast. You saw one of them now, and the second is this. If you slow down this video, you can actually see the intensity of the blast. You can see everything shaking. Even this huge tree was shaken. The shopkeepers in the area said that they hadn't heard anything as loud ever before. It was such a loud sound, we hadn't heard anything as loud before. It's reported that the blast could be heard 2.5 kilometers away at the ITO. At 6:55 p.m., the Delhi Fire Services was called, after which they dispatched 7 fire trucks to manage the fire. An eyewitness reports that within 10 minutes of the blast, by 7 p.m., police had reached the area, and by 7:15, the ambulances had reached there too. The locals in Chandni Chowk helped the victims before the ambulances could reach there. Many victims were taken to the hospital on e-rickshaws. More than 20 people were injured in the blast. They were taken to Lok Nayak Jaiprakash Hospital immediately. 8 of the injured people passed away before reaching the hospital, and as per the information we have now, 13 people lost their lives in this blast. On being informed about the blast, the bomb disposal squad and forensic teams reached the spot. After that, the National Investigative Agency (NIA) and the National Security Guard (NSG) reached the spot. These agencies are doing a joint investigation into the matter, but till now, neither they nor the government have given official statements about who carried out this blast and how only 6 of the victims who died in the blast could be identified. One of them was Lokesh Agarwal from Uttar Pradesh. He was in Delhi to meet his son's mother-in-law, admitted to a hospital. Ashok Gujjar from Amroha, UP, a DTC bus conductor. He was going home after his duty. Another victim, Pankaj Saini, was a cab driver. Another victim, Dinesh Mishra, worked at a shop in Chandni Chowk, selling saris and lehengas. Another victim, Noman, worked at a cosmetic store. And Juman Mohammed was an e-rickshaw driver and the sole breadwinner of his family. Around 10 p.m., Home Minister Amit Shah reached the hospital to meet the injured. After that, he visited the site of the blast. Then, he gave a statement. "We are considering all angles while investigating this. Indian media is now running various headlines as reported to them by their sources. But you know how credible they are. So what I am about to say next, bear this in mind, because some parts of it may be proven false later on. If that happens, you can check for the pinned comment on this video because I'll update it there. The Times of India has reported that sources claim that this Hyundai i20 bore the number HR26CE7674. The Hindu was told that the car was owned by Mohammad Salman, living in Gurgaon, Haryana. When Salman was detained by the police, it was found that Salman had sold this car to Devendra from Okla, Delhi. After that, Devendra sold it to someone in Ambala. This car apparently changed hands after that too. According to some newspapers, a resident of Pulwama, Tariq, had also owned it at some point. We'll come to this later in the video. But before that, I'd like to tell you that after the blast, in addition to Delhi, high alerts have been declared across many Indian cities, including Mumbai, although it hasn't been officially declared either a terror attack or an accident. But there are several indicators that the government is considering it to be a terror attack. First, the Delhi police has registered FIRs of this case under UAPA. It is used in terror-related incidents. And second, our PM Narendra Modi, during this trip to Bhutan, called this blast a conspiracy in his speech. The conspirators of this incident will not be forgiven. The PM said that the ones responsible for this won't be forgiven, and the investigation has been handed over to the NIA, a counter-terrorism agency. Friends, this incident has been linked to another incident in Faridabad. On the same day, 10th November, the J&K police and Haryana police jointly arrested 2 doctors living in Kashmir. They are accused of working with the Pakistani terror group Jaish-e-Mohammed and Al-Qaeda's Ansar Ghazwatul Hind, AGH. The thing is, some times ago, in Srinagar's Naugam area, several posters were put up supporting Jaish-e-Mohammed, threatening posters addressed to the police and army. When J&K police investigated this, Dr. Adil Majid Radha from Kazigund was named in it. He was working at a hospital in UP's Saharanpur. When Adil was arrested from the hospital in Saharanpur, it was found that he worked at Anantnag's medical college till October last year. When police checked Adil's locked at the medical college, they discovered an AK-47. Through Adil, police could reach Dr. Muzammil Ahmad Ganai in Pulwama. He was teaching at Faridabad's Al-Falah University. Muzammil was detained about 10 days ago, and based on his statements, police raided a village in Faridabad. He had rented a home there. Friends, at this home, police found about 360 kilograms of explosives. Approximately 360 kilograms of inflammable material has been confiscated, suspected to be ammonium nitrate. Later, after more raids, it is said that they uncovered more than 3,000 kilograms of explosives. They suspect that it included ammonium nitrate, used in making bombs. Apart from this, the police confiscated a walkie-talkie, 20 timers, batteries, remotes, and 5 kilograms of heavy metals and electric wires and other materials used to make bombs. They even found a Krinkov rifle, 3 magazines, and a pistol. This makes it clear that it was done as a part of some big conspiracy. After their arrests, and before the Red Fort blasts in Delhi, the police had called it an ongoing operation. The suspected terrorists arrested in Faridabad and the blast at the Red Fort in Delhi, the two are being linked. The Indian Express reports that their top sources in J&K police that the blast in Delhi is connected to the people in Faridabad. Although this hasn't been confirmed officially by the government. But according to the Indian Express, there were 2 other doctors in this group, along with Adil and Muzammil. One of them, a female doctor from Lucknow, she has been arrested, and the other doctor, Umar Nabi, had disappeared after the arrests of his comrades. It is suspected that the same Umar Nabi carried out this blast. Allegedly, he and Muzammil were from the same Koil village in Pulwama, and he worked at the Al-Falah University too. After Muzammil's arrest, police were on the lookout for him. Another proof connecting Umar Nabi to this Delhi blast is said to be this Hyundai i20. The Hindustan Times said that their police sources have confirmed that the car used in this blast was in Umar's possession last. And before the blast, Umar was driving the car. A senior official told the print that Umar was scared after the arrests of his friends, and he carried out this blast in a hurry. The Times of India quoted their sources to claim that the blast was carried out in panic and desperation with a loosely assembled bomb that wasn't developed properly. This resulted in limited impact and no shrapnel. According to them, Umar was driving this car, and the explosives used in the blast are of the same kind found during the Faridabad raids. It is being investigated if Umar is among the people who died in the blast. For this, DNA sample of Umar's mother has been collected. This immensely tragic incident shocked us to the core. 13 innocents lost their lives. So many families devastated. The most important thing after such incidents is that we remain patient and rational. Terrorists aim at spreading terror among the people. That's why it is crucial to support each other. Stay away from 3 things. First, the TV media channels which will sensationalize this incident for TRP. Second, the hateful trolls on social media who will use this incident to spread more hatred in society. It's not difficult to identify them. They share the photos and videos of this character from a film. They use such terror attacks to justify the anger in them and to spew this hatred in society. And third, our own biases. Many people tend to jump to conclusions when there's a lack of sufficient information regarding any incident. Like, I saw several comments on social media linking it to the Bihar elections the next day. They must be related because the blast happened on the eve of the election. I agree that the government has lost our trust because of its numerous actions, but to jump to such conclusions without any proofs, that's wrong. Be critical of everything, but do not spread baseless conspiracy theories. But it is also important to ask questions. This raises so many questions, especially on Home Minister Amit Shah. He is accountable to the people after all. The border is under his control. The internal security of our nation is under his control. So the biggest question here is, how did 3,000 kilograms of explosives reach Faridabad? The same question was raised 6 years ago during the Pulwama attack. How did 300 kilograms of explosives come into India? I hope that this will be investigated competently, and we won't need to wait for years to get the answers. On an unrelated note, friends, I'd like to announce that we are planning to conduct the first quarterly webinar of AI Fiesta on the 29th of November. This webinar is for those who have the annual subscription to AI Fiesta. In it, we will teach you different things. Tricks for the power users, how you can utilize the full potential of AI Fiesta, and lots of detailed feedback where we will consider your use cases and give you better suggestions. And the top 10 and top 100 user awards, many of the users will be given rewards. If you haven't joined AI Fiesta yet, this is a good opportunity for you. You get the power of all the leading AIs on this app. Apart from this, you get your very own personalized career coach, a personal doctor, a personal fitness trainer, a personal finance advisor, and more. You can chat with historical legends like Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. You can try it out using the link given in the description below, or you can scan this QR code. You can still get 30% off on the annual subscription. If you have the monthly subscription, you can convert it to annual before the webinar to be eligible to attend the webinar. Friends, if you think that this video was serious and disturbing, I want to suggest something motivational and inspirational. You can click here to watch this video. Thank you very much.